Tonight, my heart is broken. And it's all because of a so-called cleaning up exercise. Now, to be sure, cleaning up means to remove dirt from something. The implication here being that dirt is something unwanted, unneeded, a stain, filthy, not safe. That is why one would be cleaning it up, right? Except the cleaning up was of human beings, street children, in Kenya, in the county of Nakuru. Now, this was first reported last year, and then again just this week in a Senate committee report that investigated the matter. A quick summary is that 41 street children in February of 2019 were rounded up and dumped in Chemasusu Forest. This was at the time that Nakuru town was seeking city status. Now, I'd like you to consider this. Chemasusu Forest is in fact in the neighboring Baringo County, not Nakuru. That is sort of similar to what you would do with trash, right? You sweep your house clean, sweep the dirt away out of your house, make it somebody else's problem. That 44-page report by the committee led by Senator Johnson Sakaja makes for some heartbreaking reading. To date, 5 children out of the 41 remain unaccounted for over a year later. One of the young men tells of how they were rounded up and forced to disembark from the vehicle in groups of 4 or 5 at different distances, and how they were then accosted by armed robbers who, upon hearing their story, showed the abandoned street children more mercy than their own government by offering them some food. The report tells of how they appealed to some of their leaders, like chiefs and MCAs, who simply asked them to go back to where they were picked up from, basically being told to go back to their captors. They also told harrowing tales of how they were rounded up by persons wielding bars of wood, crowbars, and handcuffs. Worse still is how, after making their way out of the forest and being taken back to the county of Nakuru, were reportedly ignored by county officials. What a country where armed robbers or gangsters show more mercy or compassion to vulnerable street children than their own government. It looks like it's a crime to be poor in this country. That they were even arrested and illegally detained and then dumped in a forest is confounding to me. Yes, maybe there were some among them who've broken the law. In that case, they deserve to be presented in court and charged. I'm still looking for the part in the law that says we dump people in forests for whatever reason. What is more heartbreaking is that this is not the first time this is happening. We have seen this rounding up even here in Nairobi before big international events, and it's also been reported in other counties like Uasin Gishu and Baringo. But folks, this goes beyond just one incident of Nakuru or the Nakuru County itself. It is a systemic problem. Take this for instance. The Street Families Rehabilitation Fund, established in 2003, was only operationalized 16 years later in 2019. Shows just how much we care for the vulnerable. If street children are a stain, they are a stain on our conscience as a people. They are a manifestation of a failure of public systems, of socio-economic structures, and of the soul of those in leadership who are meant to care for the most vulnerable. That they were sacrificed for vanity, such as a town that is seeking city status. Ironically, one of the requirements for upgrade to city status, according to the Urban Areas and Cities Act of 2011, is that the city should, and I quote, have the capacity to deliver essential services to its residents. The term residents does not discriminate between the wealthy or the clean or, in fact, the street children. So I submit to you here tonight that on this score alone, and considering their actions against the street children, Nakuru deserves to be a jungle, not a city. Until this matter is corrected, those culpable punished, and the young ones rehabilitated. That is my take tonight.